Good morning, gamers. It's me, TheTrevorTurtle. Today I've got no face cam because we're just doing a little tutorial. That's right, a tutorial. Something I don't normally do a whole lot of anymore. I've done a few of them. I figured like doing a face cam on a tutorial was probably somewhat useless. But today I want to show you how to make a blaze farm. Basically, if you don't know, blazes actually give you quite a bit of XP, and it's really simple to make a blaze farm. Actually, all you have to do is actually find a blaze spawner, which that is probably the most difficult part about this tutorial, is you have to find one. But after that, it's actually pretty simple, the resources you need. The only other difficult part is not getting killed in the making, which if you're down to cheat, you can go into peaceful mode. If you're like me and you want to do it legit, you're just gonna have to come with a really good sword and some good armor. Here we go. Okay, this took me like good 5 minutes to find, and then the next part is finding a blaze spawn, which I've got a few blazes over here. Let's see, a spawner. Aha, here we go. Here's a blaze spawner. So let's see if we got our, I might need a night vision potion just to help with this brightness a little bit. So yeah, here we go. Oh my god, this place looks horrible with a night vision potion, like horribly scary. So I think we'll leave it on normal so you can see what it's sort of like. And so the first step that you're going to want to take is obviously you're going to want to light up the spawner so no more blazes spawn. But what we want to do is we want to build out 4 blocks in each direction from the spawner. And that'll look something like this. And then from there, we can take our building material. I prefer to use cobblestone because obviously gas cannot destroy cobblestone, and so therefore it's a safer material to build out of. And we want to basically encase this little area quite a bit. And as you see, there are going to be blazes spawning as you do this. So what you can do to minimize the amount that spawn is, well, you gotta do it right first. What you can do is take your torches and just place them around and flatten this area out. Get rid of all those shadows and everything and just make it so it's bright. Try and make it too bright for them to spawn. If you want to, you can cover every little bit of block with like a torch if you want to. But this should be basically what you need, a little cross like this. Then we get to do the next bit. Now you want to build up. I usually do about 3 blocks. That seems to work pretty fine. And again, you just want to build this out of whatever material you want to. It could be cobblestone, it could be nether bricks, it could be nether rack, it could be quartz, whatever you feel looks good, maybe won't get blown up by a gas. If you're not afraid of a gas blowing it up, maybe you have like a tunnel leading to it, you can build it out of anything else, but I prefer to use cobblestone, as I said earlier, because of gas, and they have a tendency to blow up everything that you like love and desire. So yeah, and then you're going to want to encase this in a roof so that they cannot get out, because we want to kill these guys. We don't want them to get away. This is also a really good way of getting blaze powder and blaze rods. So maybe you want to make a whole bunch of brewing stands. Maybe you want to brew a whole bunch of potions. You're literally going to have so much because of this that you're not going to have to brew, like come here anymore. Then from here, we want to build down 7 blocks. So we're going to make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Actually, so this deep. And then you're going to want to dig this entire thing out. It's going to be a lot of cobblestone that you're going to have to mine up to do this. But, I mean, if you're strip mining, trying to get some diamonds, I technically like to do a lot of strip mining, and so I have a lot of cobblestone left over because of that. And I tend to use cobblestone for projects in the Nether, like building tunnels or traps like this for mobs. That way, nothing gets blown up and I can save some room in my chest. You can try and design this in a different way so that it doesn't look as ugly from the outside instead of a giant cobblestone block, because I can understand why that might look a little not aesthetically pleasing or anything like that. Maybe you want to build it into a giant like statue or something. You could literally do whatever you want with this. It's just to protect you and to keep everything in the farm inside the farm, because we want it to kill everything. Then we need to clear out this middle area. You can leave those torches up there. It also might be good for me to finish that fourth wall so that nothing can get out. You could, if you want to, build your... you could build this thing and have it half cobblestone on the outside. Maybe you don't want to take the time to like mine up a whole bunch of netherrack or these nether bricks. You can just leave nether bricks on this wall over here if you want to. But everything in the middle has to be cleared down to that 7th block. As we can see, that's right here. I tend to become lazy and I don't fill in underneath, so it's sort of a little floaty to an extent. But if you want to fill in the edges underneath and make it completely flat there, go for it. It's entirely up to you as the builder. You can even cut out the corners if you want to. I know sometimes I cut out corners because what's the use? Like, it's not meant to be like a nice looking building for me, it's meant to be something like a job done. Okay. Getting rid of all of them because there are too many. As you can see, you literally have to fight off a ton of them, which is why I said you could either go into peaceful or you can light up the area extremely well. It's not going to be dark when you do anything, pretty much, with the spawner in it, because the spawners actually give off a little bit of light. But you're going to be dealing with a ton of blazes who are just going to be extremely rude about everything and try and kill you. Oh, and don't do that. That's the other big problem with this spawner, is there is a huge potential for death. Not only are you battling blazes, but there is lava everywhere because it is the Nether. Now, this is also the point where you will want to think about where you are setting up your entrance into the chamber. This is the chamber, basically. But instead of having a small kill chamber, we have a giant kill chamber, which uses trapdoors. You probably have seen this a little bit. It's an easy grinder to make, very, very effective at what it does. So, if we just go to the center here and break through, that's the center, right? Bam, we have our little entrance. You can do whatever you please with it. You can leave this entirely open, you can put a door on it. It's entirely up to you. And then the next big piece is we're going to need these oak trapdoors. Now you can use other trapdoors. The only issue you get into is that I need to drink a potion. Fit under. I believe it's that bottom one. So you want to set the trapdoor on the very top of the top block, and so you can just barely walk in, basically. And then what you're going to do is you want to have fewer walkways to go down. And you're basically going to set them on the bottom of that same block. And then you're going to make little walkways that you will go down. Very simple. Again, we're going to go on the bottom block here, and we're going to leave a 1 block space. And then we're just going to rotate this one. Oops, that wasn't supposed to happen. Perfect. Then we're going to want, and what this will do is you can set it up the other way so that you have a walkway down this end piece, and then there's only like 4 little grooves instead of 5. But if you have less walkways, that means that there's less walking around to do, and you could just basically go down the few that you have and do all the damage you need to. Now, why trapdoors? Well, as you can see, it creates a small little space where they can't really see you as much, so they can't really hit you. And so when they tend to fire at you occasionally, which is kind of rare in a sense, then they're not gonna hit you. The other thing that's nice about trapdoors is when you're going to kill some, you can open up these trapdoors and then kill and then close the trapdoor. And it allows loot to sneak through very easily. So let's change it to hard. Let's grab a diamond sword. Maybe we could get some diamond armor even. Just in case we start to take a little bit of damage. It's always better safe than sorry. We're in our survival world, going into game mode survival. And here we are. We're ready to farm our blazes. As you can see, you can't really hit me because it's kind of small. Now, when they do get into these little grooves, you just have free range to hit them, you get XP, and blazes give you actually quite a bit of XP. You can use swords if you want to, you could use axes, you could use whatever you want. Critical. And you can basically close it up and prevent them from hitting you, and then they come above you and then you go. It's a very efficient farm for gaining loads of XP. And if you want to, you can jump out here and decide to tank all the damage and you will want to bring food for this, because as you can see, I am getting quite hungry after doing it for such a little time. But this is basically it. It's a very simple farm to make, very effective. As you can see, I killed a few blazes and got 3 blaze rods already. Just make sure there's no torches in here and you'll have a ton spawning. You could sit here for 10 minutes and wait for a ton to spawn and then just go at all of them. You can, I mean, just walking to it, you should be able to get to quite a bit. But that is pretty much it for today. As you can see, there's like 3 in here right now. It is annoying that sometimes you'll go under here and you'll like crouch, but if you get used to it, you can just figure out the little ways around this, and I'm dead because I got too cocky. Thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed. By the way, in case you didn't know this, you can actually make portals that are bigger than the standard portal. You can do like a 3x3 or a 5x5. It's 5x5. I can't do math. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. See you next time. Hit like and subscribe to join the Turtle Army. And for more tutorials, survival, anything else you need, thank you once again. Goodbye.